What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All Things Super. I am one of your hosts, Spider, and I'm joined once again by the man himself, Mr. VIP, Frankie Washington. How are you doing
What?
today, sir?
What's going on? I have no audio on you at all,
Really?
sir.
You can't hear anything?
I need you to say your ABCs.
We just had a conversation for like 20 minutes, and now you can't hear anything?
Wait, say it again. We had a conversation for 20 minutes and what? I was totally I was totally into the moment. What are you talking about? That was a great conversation. Felt kind of one-sided though. Are you saying something? Because I really
I
can't hear
am
you.
I am
I can hear you
astounded.
now.
This is insanity.
Well, let me tell you something. Sometimes I need a professional opinion. There's no one else there but myself. So, how are you, sir?
I'm so confused. But
It's confusing times.
these are confusing times.
Yeah, there's a multiverse.
Are what?
There is a multiverse. There is a multiverse.
Are we talking
What am
about
I saying?
realistically, or are we talking about the movie? I don't know where we're going right
Can't
now.
can't they both be one and the same?
They possibly could be.
Oh,
We
there
don't
we
know
go.
yet. I don't think we'll ever know.
I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you before.
I don't know. You need to get something checked,
I
looked
don't
at,
know. I
something.
can hear you though, but I heard you before.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was confused. That's why I said we had a conversation for 20 minutes, and now all of a sudden I go to start the show and you can't hear me.
I think when you hit the button, my settings change.
That's not something that can happen.
Well, it's not supposed to happen, not from that side, but when you hit buttons, settings change all the time. That's usually the
Okay.
purpose of a button to change something.
You're not wrong, but
Well,
the buttons that I use on my computer have
should
no
not. Exactly.
they have no
And
possible way
that's,
to interfere with anything that you have on your computer.
I know. What you're saying is actually true.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you have two people saying factual things on a show.
Well, if you didn't know, this is All Things Super, where every week we take a piece
Yeah,
of
it is.
superpowered movie, TV show, even trailers. We watch them, we react to them, we break them down, we review them, and we ask the question, is it super?
Is it super? Is it
We
super?
don't rightfully know, but we're going to find out. But if you like that, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that
Ding.
come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And if you want to reach out to us on social media, just click the link in the description below.
We in there. We in there, Spider. We all in there. Like in them places.
Yeah.
And leave comments. We read those.
Yes.
This is the one.
Is it the one?
This is the one. This is the first family of Marvel. This is the one. This is the one that the people have been waiting for. This is the definitive one, two, three. We can't wait to show you what we have in store for you. Been hinted all the way since Spider-Man, the first family. We wanted the MCU to have the rights from Fox because of the first family and the poor reception on the first two. Well, not the first two, because the
Yeah.
first one was
Because I don't
fine.
think there would have been a second one if there was that poor reception on the first one.
This is true. So
So the
they got
second
enough to
one
get the
and
second one, the
then
second one, and the
the
third
remake.
one. So the remake was so bad.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
like, can we please get this right? So now Marvel has the opportunity to bring in Marvel's first family what they feel as though the right way.
What do you think was more anticipated or had a higher desire for them to want it to come out? Fantastic Four or Deadpool and Wolverine?
Oh, there's no secret with the leak footage that I mean, somebody from the Reynolds camp did. Uh, the that just drove the internet through the roof
Mm-hmm.
when that footage was leaked. Even I saw it. Just to let you know how low on the totem pole I was. I saw it and I was like, "This is amazing. They'll never make it. It's too good.
Mm-hmm.
It is way too good." And then the internet went crazy. Like, why aren't you making this movie? Where is this movie at? And rightfully so, they should have. They did exactly what they needed to do, which gave the ability to Ryan to walk in there and be like, let's go, let's go. You have a hot one on your hands. If you don't jump on it now, you're just allergic to money. And it's just been $1 billion after $1 billion since. Well, we try to find our footing in the second one. But say, sequels don't do well. So what they say, right? They just don't do well after you have a major hit. If the sequel always drops, unless you know what you're doing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm talking to you, Spider Verse. And there's some other sequels that did well and didn't land a third one. The Matrix sequel did incredibly well,
Mm-hmm.
barely stuck the land, and it's just and then the remake, then it catches up to you, Spider. It's hard to have a successful run. Some people looking at Mission Impossible saying that first one, but they came back in that second one, and then you have what we on like 9, 12.
I honestly I don't know. I'll have to
That's
look and
right.
see.
Ethan is running right now.
Yes.
It's run into the box office. But the first family, Marvel's first family, uh, I think that's not to say that they weren't anticipated or they want to see. We want to see them probably
Mm-hmm.
about as much as we want to see the X-Men as well. Now that's the question that I really have for you. Like Fantastic Four, the X-Men. What do you want to see adapted first, or are you okay with this rollout with them versus the X-Men? They
I
could have
mean,
did the
I'm
X-Men
in
first.
any order that they decide to release anything, I'm fine with. I don't have a like desired
Huh.
preference as to who gets announced first. But
Huh.
I do think that the general public, when the merger with Disney or Marvel and Fox happened, that the first thing on people's mind was, okay, well, we have the rights back to the mutants now. So when are we going to see an MCU X-Men?
Mm-hmm. Here's what I want to know, and this might be a little bit forecasting. Uh, what part will Reed Richards play when it comes down to Avengers versus X-Men? Because that was a huge video game that Marvel clearly is going to take into considerations now that they have the ability to have the X-Men versus the Avengers. Biggest gripe from the community, are we calling ourselves a community now? Fandom is that they're tired of the Avengers fighting general CG faceless combatants for big fight scenes at the end. They want to see these guys go up against each other, kind of like how they do when they first meet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's getting into that Matrix territory there, Spider, because that's gonna take some good choreographing and fight scenes, and that gets expensive. These actors are now, names. Marvel doesn't play. They got these big names, and everybody may not want to do a fist of cuffs like that, bringing the stunt guys.
Well, I mean, I feel like all of the ones that have been in the area of close quarters combat, they've all been down that road before. You think that they would agree to come back to the MCU without the notion that that's something that they would have to do? And I mean, even if it is a matter of them not necessarily wanting to, like, say, for example, for Batista, who's saying, you know, I've been doing drags for all this time and it's been taking a toll on my body. I want to pursue different avenues and, you know, different options in my career. If you have somebody who's not willing to be in the shape that they were in the prime of that time in the MCU, I think even with that, you know, you have stand-ins, you have stunt doubles. So
Yeah.
I don't think that they
And
would shy
plus,
away from it just because they say that your character might have to get into a fight.
yeah, well, Drax has sensitive nipples, so I understand. But if you look at Dave Bautista, he has dropped tremendous weight, and
Yeah,
he's a
because he
lot
doesn't have to be
smaller.
huge anymore, and he can be of a reasonable weight or a reasonable size, even in, you know, the action roles that he plays. He doesn't have to be like The Rock, who grows 5 times every time he's about to do another Fast and Furious movie.
Oh my goodness, if you say his name, he grows. What are you doing? Like, every time somebody says The Rock, he's like, yeah, he lives off praise.
He lives off something.
Doesn't he have a movie coming out this summer?
Probably, maybe, I don't know.
There's a jungle out there, and he's in it. I'm telling you right now. He's
Yeah,
coming out of that water.
I didn't see Red One, but I heard that it was not good.
You know what? I did see it, and let me tell you something. The Rock shines in this movie for acting,
Really?
which is why they don't particularly care for it, because he's not doing a whole lot of physical stuff. He's acting. He's more dialogue stuff.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
so I will give him that. Now, as far as the movie being good, the first family of Fantastic Four.
That's who we are here for, folks. We're going to be reacting to the brand new teaser trailer for Fantastic Four First Steps. It was just dropped this morning as we are recording this. It is February 4th. And so I've been dodging images. I know that most of the, you know, our colleagues in this realm, they've already dropped their reviews and their breakdowns and everything. So I've been dodging and weaving and making sure that I don't get anything spoiled. I have not been able to avoid some images, so I have seen some stuff. But as far as
the
trailer, I've seen I'm guessing it's the end where they're all standing together. I got you know, just scrolling through different things that I got spoiled, and I saw that.
So glad I didn't see that. I'm so glad I didn't. I did. Let me tell you what I saw. I saw a chalky Ben Grimm. Just chalky.
Just chalky?
Just chalky. Just he looks dusty.
Okay. Well,
he look like he's down on his luck. I don't know if you saw it, but you'll see it in here if it's in here.
I didn't, but
it was a creative choice, I guess. I don't know.
If anyone has refrained from watching it so they can watch it and get a live reaction with us,
watch it with us.
We won't leave you to play this guessing game with these vague hints and everything. So let's go ahead and check out this teaser for the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
They are thinking that...
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Is this guy good or what?
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock. The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
I'll tell you what. I can tell you that captures the family part.
Yeah. There we go. John Malkovich.
Okay, that's John Malkovich.
As a
Okay,
family.
Galactus is here.
This is inspirational as hell. That music, it's just like swelling up.
Yeah.
That's like
I think there's a whole
whoever composed the music for that trailer did an amazing job.
I'm gonna say this: it's bookend because, you know, I really think that elevator is supposed to be for Avengers Tower, and it looks like Avengers Tower outside, but it's the Baxter Building, but it's so Avengers Tower, and it's so interesting how
Do you think so? I don't feel like
Thunderbolts. Yeah, because look at the atrium inside the middle. Remember Spider-Man? They had done the atrium. This is gonna play a part somewhere in the MCU.
Well, okay, so you're talking about Avengers Tower after Endgame.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying
But
that
this is
because I mean, and it would have had to close that up
so it
and
doesn't
then
look
reopen it.
exactly the same as Avengers Tower, but you can look at it and you can see Avengers Tower in it.
Okay, I
So
see
I'm
what you're saying. I see
saying
what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When they go to our dimension, or
The building will be somewhat
universe.
similar, but shaped a bit differently. I got you.
Yes.
Yes, that makes sense.
Or I could be wrong.
Possibly.
Choice to go with the eyebrows. What are you thinking? I mean, he's comic accurate. He looks.
Yeah, he is comic accurate. I'm not mad at the design. I'm not used to Ben sounding like
that way
he did prior to the transformation. His voice is just a little too normal to say that he is this, rock creature.
It's right.
We're
used
think
to it'll be more gravelly.
Yeah, we're used to it being a little bit gravelly. At least just like a lower tenor or anything like that. But yeah,
he's been Disneyed. That's what happened.
he's been Disney.
He's been Disney. He's family friendly. That other voice was threatening. But I will say this, Spider.
Mm-hmm.
They understood the role of Sue Storm, who is the glue that keeps that family together.
Right.
Who is the reassurance of Reed Richards when he is in doubt, because though he's one of the smartest men that's on this universe, he's plagued with self-doubt, and he's hard on himself about the errors that he makes in the things that happen. He's unforgiving to himself because what happened to the team, what happened to Ben. He's a thing. He can't be defined as anything because they don't know, they don't understand, and that's it. That was his friend. And whether they're married now or they get married later on, that's his wife and that's his brother-in-law. And it's that part that pulls them together as a first family that makes you care about them, because he cares about them and they care about each other.
Right.
Yeah,
we don't have to waste half the movie of Reed being clueless about if Sue is interested in him or not, or they were dating and they broke up. Now he's trying to get her back, but she doesn't really want to, but secretly she does want to. Or in the remake where, it's real origin.
Where they had horrible wigs.
Back, way far back. They're right out of college and they're like doing this. I don't think they even developed a relationship in that movie. They kind of like made eyes at each other and that was about it.
Well, Michael B. Jordan was in it, so
okay.
Maybe she didn't want to make eyes, because he was there. Maybe that would have been weird to make eyes with her step brother,
adopted brother, something.
Yeah,
whatever. So, it would have been weird. Yeah,
that's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. That we can rip on it and it won't even make a difference because it's already finished. But this is something to see. Again, from the trailer, it feels like they nailed the family dynamic. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's a long way from a home run. There's a lot going on. Galactus is there.
I love the retro futuristic. Yes, the retro futuristic aesthetic. It's like very Jetsons-esque.
Think the same people that worked on the TVA Time Variance Authority Loki season jumped on this? because they were good about that setting. They were good.
I mean, it's possible.
It's very possible, right? I mean, it's not that far off. And Loki is wrapped up, at least from now. They could have transitioned right into this, which could have easily made the decision to make it a 60s theme.
Yeah.
Movie. Because they nailed that in Loki. It feels like this could easily be in a TVA or outside of time. I'm just throwing it out there. Right, I'm just asking questions. Tracy Ullman told me. I'm just asking questions. Shout out Tracy Ullman.
I will say at some points in the trailer, the CG does look a little rough on Ben.
Keep it honest. Keep it 100.
Because just in that scene of him standing outside in that shot right there, the hat doesn't look like it's casting the right shadow on his face, and it looks off.
He look dusty. Yeah,
I wouldn't say that he looked dusty. The lighting is off because he's being lit from this side of his face.
From a dusty angle. Got you. That eyebrow looked like you just need to take it. Looked like Serta's crown.
No, he's just lit very oddly, and it makes the whole scene look off.
Well, he's sad, so you know.
Sure.
First of all, he should be amazed.
I didn't know that being sad gives you bad lighting.
He should be amazed you could find a hat that fits.
Well, and that's another thing. I don't know if it was the lighting mixed with it, but the hat doesn't look good.
Oh, well, you need to call Ned. Ned knows how to.
Ned could hook him up with a nice size hat.
Ned knows hats. And if they don't play on that in the new Spider-Man, I don't know what they're doing. It looks like it's gonna be a good ride, Spider. I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be a good ride. Listen, this is the one thing that I don't understand. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it because you got it on the screen.
Okay.
Galactus is clearly a devourer of worlds.
Right.
And it's rumored. I'm not glitched. I'm just emphasizing that it's rumored to say that Galactus is probably going to eat universes in the MCU. Which there's nothing confirming that. It's a rumor. But the size of Galactus is something that I'm trying to wrap my mind around these things, because a celestial can sit outside of the planet.
Right.
And it's like a dot in his hand. Galactus is now in the atmosphere.
Well, didn't Galactus have the ability to manipulate his size? Like, he didn't always have to be like larger than a planet.
Okay, Spider. So if that's the case, you're showing off. Then just anytime that you bigger than me, when I know you could be the same size as me, you're just showing off. I don't like him now.
Did you like him before?
I understood his struggle, by him having to be a devourer. He has to eat. It's not even something he has control of. He's a victim. He's a victim in the situation. He has
never in my entire existence have I heard the sentence Galactus is a victim.
He's a victim. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to have more compassion, Spider. He's not. He can't help it. It's just they did that to him.
It's just in his nature.
That is his punishment. He was a herald of another. He's a victim. He's a victim, and that's why hurt people. No, hurt deities hurt deities.
But this isn't a deity. These are planets full of people and full of life.
That's the only way he could keep going. Listen, if Galactus dies, he thinks these incursions or something.
So
find those comics.
Here's my thing. So since we were kind of talking about Ben CG and how he looks,
He looks horrible. Just go ahead and say it.
No, I'm
He
not saying
looks
that he looks horrible. When he's in this opening scene where he's in the kitchen, he looks decent because he's lit well. It's in at nighttime when he's outside that he looked bad.
I can't wrap my voice around him. I mean, I can't wrap around the voice like you said.
Yeah,
earlier.
the voice seems very not like
it's
Ben Grimm.
off-putting. Yeah, it's off-putting.
But here are two things that we did not see in this teaser.
What's that?
Now, granted, I said it's a teaser, so of course we're not going to see everything. But we get to see, of course, Ben in his full glory.
It's the first steps of the first steps.
Right. We get to see Johnny. We get to see Sue using her powers. We don't see Reed use his abilities. And we also don't see the Silver Surfer.
He's not using that. He's not using that at the chalkboard.
Was he?
Yes, I forgot all about duh. How can we have Galactus without the Silver Surfer?
Right.
Who's gender swapped this time around.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, she will be the Silver Surfer. No emphasis on any.
Played by Julia Garner.
She was in Ozark, right? The Ozark.
You may be correct.
Well, this time.
Yeah, she was.
This ain't one of them. That's gonna be interesting.
Did I miss the scene already? Because I was looking up. Yeah.
What scene were you looking
for?
Oh,
he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't using his ability in that.
But you can see the length of the chalkboard, right?
Yeah, so I would imagine that they're going. And you know what? Because we always talk about how they lie in the trailers in the MCU. He very well could have been in that scene in the movie. He might be, but they changed it for the trailer.
Yeah. But just because the chalkboard is so extensive, I can see how he would discover, I can reach over here and answer this equation.
Right. Because why else would you have a chalkboard that long?
Well, sometimes you need the space if you have a long calculation, but at the same time...
Well, I mean, that's when people have like a wall. That's like the whole wall of the chalkboard. If you're doing those kind of calculations and you need that much space.
Didn't they do that already in the second one, the third one?
I think
they had
did it in they definitely did it in the remake. I'm not sure which of the first two they did it in, but I'm sure they probably did it in one of those two.
Maybe they're paying homage.
It's possible.
It's a speculation, but if it's in there, then would you say Spider?
Well, what I'm just saying is that at this preliminary look at everything, we're seeing they're picking and choosing what they show us. Like I said, we get to see Ben, we get to see Johnny, we get to see Sue. They're all using their powers, but we don't get to see Reed use his powers, which would be one of the most CG intensive things to see, as well as the Silver Surfer, who is a full-bodied CG character, which we don't see.
Not only is the chalkboard elongated, it's a double-decker chalkboard. There's a lower section and an upper section.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But no, I was just saying that because I know that sometimes they shy away from showing different things as far as CG or VFX stuff is concerned, because it may not be finalized yet. They may still be tweaking some things, and especially with the Silver Surfer being like fully chrome and the ray tracing and the reflections that have to be shown off in every single scene, I'm sure is very, painstakingly done, because they have to be very meticulous about everything. So I don't know if that's something that they want to wait for the audience to see in the movie, or if they're just putting finishing touches on it so they didn't have to worry about putting it in the teaser trailer.
Yeah, I think they caught hell with MODOK. What do you think about Johnny Storm?
It's completely different. I mean, I'm excited to see, what was his name? Joseph Quinn?
Well, first looks at him in here. What do you think about the effects? Because it's clearly different. You don't see the outline like you would with Chris Evans' version,
right?
Don't see the outline with Michael B. Jordan's version. You just see flames, like hot flames. I can't make out, and again, this is from the teaser, so it's not saying it'll officially look like this, but I can't make it out in this trailer. his facial features or body silhouette. It's just,
I
mean, it looks like fire.
I mean, you could kind of see his body on
Kinda,
fire.
sort of, yeah, in it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like he's him, but he's on fire. I think it looks
gotcha.
good.
I'm not knocking it. I'm asking you what you think about it.
No, I think it looks good.
All right. A lot of people
The
know how you feel.
I'm so used to seeing him with darker hair. The blonde hair is a little, a little jarring, but that's again staying true to the character. But no, I think I think it looks good.
I like how Sue Storm's abilities looks like it more bends light than just she's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see the little rainbow around her.
Yeah.
Like she's bending the light around your eyeballs to reflect that she's invisible. Yet and still, I'm pretty certain there's a force there.
Right. Yeah. This looks like, again, as like you said, the glue that keeps the family together, but she's also the protector. So she's the one with the force field, with the shield. She can,
She know her role.
And so that's what it looks like. Something's happening, of course, in the streets, and she's defending herself.
There's no way that this is not compared to Disney's Pixar's Incredibles. The Incredibles became incredibly popular because we felt like, and I say we because I'm a part of that fandom, that community, that those guys, not the man babies. I can't be a part of them. I tried, and I failed, and that's the L I have to live with. But the Incredibles was looked at as the first family that actually got it right. Like they came out shortly thereafter, one of the Fantastic Fours, and it's like, why can't you guys just do what the Incredibles did?
Right.
They got it right. You felt the family. You were tied in by the personal things that they had going on.
Mm-hmm.
Violet with her boyfriend crush, and then Dash wanting to compete for sports. You had the dad that had stuff going on, and the mom was, trying to hold her family together.
Well,
as she should.
I'll tell you what the difference is, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not.
Talk to me, Spider. You know I like when you get on your.
So in the Chris Evans Fantastic Four and the Michael B. Jordan Fantastic Four, with those movies had that the Incredibles didn't, is you had a group of people coming together to try to form a family. Whereas with the Incredibles, this was a family. And so we've talked about before how everybody can't necessarily do ensemble movies well, where you're bringing a group of people together who, of course, they have clashing personalities, and we have to sit with this cast through their troubles, through their arguments, to try to find them a way to get together. And in the Chris Evans Fantastic Four, we spend a good portion of the movie of them arguing with each other and at odds with each other, and the conflict of, do I want to keep these powers, do I want to try to get back to my original self? And it's not until literally the very end of the movie, where they're going up against Dr. Doom, that they all come together and form a team. And so that entire movie, we really didn't get to see them be a family. The Michael B. Jordan Fantastic Four, they worked together a little bit more in that movie, but
they were not a family.
They were not a family. But even at the end, it was still that they were friends. They liked each other a little bit more than what they did when they first started. And that was about it. But what I think what this one has going for it is, it looks like the incident that gave them their powers is something that happened in the past, and right now we're living with the current Fantastic Four, who already have their powers, who are clearly already local celebrities. We see the merchandise, the kids in the costumes, and all this other kind of stuff. So they have, exactly, they already have an established relationship with each other and a rapport with each other, so we can dive right into that. So I can see, like you said, this going more along the lines of what we got in the Incredibles versus what we got in the other Fantastic Four movies.
Do they have a winner on their hand?
I can't say that for sure. It looks I mean, because we've watched trailers and be like, what the fuck is this that we're about to watch?
Yes,
And
we have.
you know, and a trailer is no way indicative of the quality of the movie, but it's always nice to see a good trailer, even a teaser trailer. And I think this one is very well done.
I think they got WandaVision and Loki people together and they worked on this.
Well, Matt Shackman is the director, and so he's the creator, well, the director of WandaVision. But I'm not sure if they got anybody from Loki on
Let me tell you
on
something.
team as well.
What you just said right now lets me know that this is in decent hands. There's no part of WandaVision that you didn't find intriguing.
Yeah.
You even stretched out to Agatha all along. I'll go for as that. I'll say that was intriguing.
Yeah, I feel like every part of WandaVision was very well done, and I felt like it was a trailblazing thing at the time that happened, and just taking a look at it for something for, first of all, for the MCU and for Disney and Marvel to do, putting their like their first foray into MCU television or Marvel television, as it's now known. But you take that and then you put that into a movie form, because you know they say, we always say, you know, like, okay, well, this TV show could have been a movie, or this movie could have been a TV show. But now you have someone who worked on that MCU TV show, now he's working on the MCU movie. If he's bringing that same quality and that same attention to the story that he had in WandaVision, yeah, I don't think that this one will
Get the
be one to pass
statues
up
ready.
on.
Get the trophies ready. Get the award ceremony outfit laid out. Hit it with the hot iron or the dry cleaner or one of the little dry cleaner and the spray bottle that you just tug on your clothes with. I think they call it trailer park dry cleaner.
And I want to say,
Don't
if
you
I'm not
judge
mistaken,
me. What's that?
these are all like award-winning actors.
Okay.
So,
well, you know, you got the internet's favorite daddy, Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal, right? Eben Moss Bacharach, he's won some Emmys because he's on The Bear. Let me see what Vanessa Kirby has won, if anything.
Did Vanessa Kirby win an award?
That's
I'm not coming for it, but I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm not coming for it either. I'm wondering. I'm sure she.
The way I asked the question, I felt like I was.
There's a lot of. I keep forgetting she's British too.
Well, that shouldn't have anything to do with
No, just because that's one of the things that is listed when you look her up and you're like, oh, she's a British actress.
She's the best part of Hodgins show. That's all I'm gonna say.
She won a British Academy Television Award for Best Supporting Actress as a part of The Crown.
There you go. There you go. So you stand. What you said is true.
Yeah, we have award-winning actors and actresses. And, you know, these are people who are no stranger to big franchises. So they know and understand the gravity of what's happening in the MCU right now. And I'm sure that they get brought into the fold and they're now more aware of everything. Because you take somebody who's...
That they're joining at a low point?
Not that they're joining at a low point, but what I'm saying is that if you take an actor or an actress who's not been a part of the MCU but doesn't necessarily have any desire of actively pursuing a role in the MCU, it might be with everything else that they're doing, they're not really paying attention to the press and the comments of what's going on in an MCU movie.
Is true.
And
it's a big thing.
Right. And then you get pulled in and say, hey, you're going to be, you know, you've landed this role and, you know, here's your reference material. Here are the things that you need to study up on. And then as you get into it, of course, naturally, we're all on the internet. You start seeing stuff about how the things have been going. So I would imagine that naturally they would get invested. Not that they would let that affect their performance in any way, but they understand what's happening and what this type of franchise means to a lot of people. So, of course, I would imagine that, you know, as an actor, they are used to dealing with scrutiny and criticism and all this other kind of stuff. But I feel like it's a very specific thing to be in you know, the MCU, the DCU to be in this scope of this particular, like you said, the fandom's eyes, and how we've seen it in Star Wars, we've seen it in Lord of the Rings, we've seen it in the MCU. You know, we see how the vocal minority gets at people.
Call them man babies like you want, like
the man
they're
babies.
man babies.
We know how they get
look like a man, but they're a baby.
And how they act towards people. So, you know, it's a monumental thing, and I'm pretty sure that's something that they have to take into account when they're deciding on agreeing to these roles and stuff like that. It's like, you know, do I want to decide to stay off of social media? You know, do I want to
lie to my fans?
Exactly. And so
it's a lot.
It's a lot. Tell the truth. It's a lot to do, but we have very talented people working on this project, from the actors to the cast and the crew. And so I don't want to jinx it, but I can't see it being bad. From everything that we're presented with right now, it's hard to imagine a way that they would fail so miserably that this would be a bad movie.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
It's kind of a meta question, but once I drop it, you're going to understand it once I say it.
Oh, okay.
Do you think it was strategically planned to bring back Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, to have him killed off so this new Johnny Storm can be accepted fully without any, it ain't my Johnny Storm is Chris Evans?
No. Well, because one, I don't think Michael B. Jordan even got that type of reception. I think Michael B. Jordan got the reception as, why is Johnny black, more than this isn't Chris Evans. Because I don't think Chris Evans as Johnny Storm was as iconic as what he became as Steve Rogers. So I don't think anybody was upset
just
that
like Johnny Storm wasn't as iconic as Killmonger.
Right. But
Johnny Storm was his stepping stage, okay? You play Johnny Storm, don't be mad about it. You just come back
to the higher MCU.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
That actually is pretty funny. But I don't think that anybody was that, you know, die hard for Chris Evans as Johnny Storm to where they would be that upset if anybody else portrayed him. So I don't know if the complaints of the uproar is going to come for Joseph Quinn, like, oh, well, he didn't do it the way Chris Evans did it, because
you're not going to have that conversation because Chris Evans is dead. Oh, well, not Chris Evans is dead, but that version of Johnny Storm is dead. Well, and that's the conclusion that they even made sure you saw the body.
I don't think
and he blinked a couple of times like a cartoon character.
I don't think that if you're asking, was it strategically planned to kill off Chris Evans' version of Johnny Storm to make it more palatable for this one? I don't think so, because I feel like that has no ramifications on anything else that's happening in the universe.
I think they take all that into consideration.
I don't.
These man babies are savages, man. You ever seen a man baby get bit by a zombie?
No.
The zombie starts to cry. Like, this is not how you bite, zombie. You bite like this. Like, how you gonna tell a zombie how to bite?
Oh, God. But let us know what you think about the Fantastic Four, the first steps. If you watched the trailer, hopefully you watch along with us, but let us know if you're excited to see it, or if you have high hopes for it, or if you are just here for us. But let us know. Remember, if you like the video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio
so many
version,
heart versions. There's so many heart versions.
Really not.
This one. I seen them go with this one.
I mean, that was the same thing. I've never seen that one.
I seen this one in Squid Games.
Yeah.
And with the K-pop lifestyle. All kind of, man. There's like
interrupting my outro for that?
Well, they need to know I love them in different ways. That's all. Go ahead, let them know how much you love them in your way.
If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And if you want to reach out to us on social media, just click the link in the description below. I'm letting them know how to reach us so we can show them how they love, how much we love them, and we can see how much they love us.
And they leave a comment, I'll read it. That's how I show love.
Exactly.
I mean, they got other creators, they ain't reading your comments. I think that's important to stress.
Yeah.
You take the time out to okay. Done. I'm finished. I'm not saying nothing else. That's the next thing I say.
Well, we got until July 25th to check out the Fantastic Four first.
Why
steps.
so long? Why did it make you wait when the good ones drop?
We haven't even gotten to Captain America yet. We're gonna get there.
They give you Secret Invasion every day.
We got Captain America and we got the Thunderbolts first before we get to Fantastic Four.
This is what I'm saying. Marvel needs to stop wasting money like this. You didn't even have to drop this trailer this early. Yes, we didn't need a teaser this early. You should have dropped this after the Thunderbolts or before the Thunderbolts. Like, this is
I'm surprised they didn't drop it during the Super Bowl.
Well, somebody got to save money because clearly, who's to say they won't do? Well,
I feel like the excitement is over now. I mean, not the excitement is over, but the hypeness for the teaser trailer is gone because it's out now. There's no more waiting with bated breath. Now it's when do we get the full trailer? And they're not going to drop a full trailer 4 or 5 days after they drop the teaser.
This was for us. They dropped this for us. They didn't drop this for like the general public. Okay. Even though the general public can go on here and see it,
right? If
they drop it at Super Bowl, that's
for the general public. That's where we're going to see the next Transformers trailer.
They're making another Transformer?
I'm just making a joke because remember at one point it felt like every year we would get a Transformers Super Bowl trailer.
I was wondering if they would stop.
I mean, I think Transformers 1 didn't do too bad.
When they started merging the transformation to like a blur, that's when I say, oh, y'all just don't care.
Oh, like what? Rise of the Beast, where it's just a big rising hunk of metal and then it turns into a shape.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a T2 type of transformation. I was like, oh, y'all don't care, so I don't care either. One of the coolest parts is like
the first one when Optimus transformed for the first time, it felt like you could see exactly where every piece was going.
And that's what we appreciate. It's one of the longest transformation sequences in Transformer history.
They said they ain't got time for that no more.
Well, that's what we're there for, to see them transform. It's in the title. What do you think we're here for? We want to see them
transitioned away from seeing them transform to just seeing stuff blow up. That's where it went to after the second and third movie. It was just explosions.
Yeah, transforming is hard. Blowing up stuff is easy.
Exactly.
Boom, boom. I am Optimus Prime.
I am Megatron. That's it. Movie's over.
Roll credits. Roll credits. That's the whole. And Bumblebee. It's roll credits.
And Bumblebee gets some random quote from a radio station. And that's it. That's the Transformers movie.
You know what? They need to give us the checks. Consecutively in sequential order. Increased amounts.
Oh God! But yeah,
first steps. I'm ready. 9 years from now, whenever you get here, in four. What is it? 4 months?
5 months.
Is that what? No, they dropped it on for 4 months. They did it. They're sneaky.
No,
I bet you it has something to do with the 4.
It comes out July. We're in February. That's 5 months.
This one don't count
because it's not the full trailer.
Yeah, this one don't count.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
it's February. They dropped it on the 4th. It's February 4th.
If they play it on a Super Bowl, the Super Bowl is what?
Super Bowl is on the 9th. And the Super Bowl is still 5 months away.
Okay, well, they dropped it on the 4th. So there you go. That's the tie-in right there. February 4th, we dropped it. I knew there was something. There had to be. I just didn't see the 4. I didn't know it was the 4th.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
but
it was strategic.
We'll check it out in July when it comes out. 5 months away.
You know what? Screw you, Marvin. How about that? How about that?
But thank you all so much for joining us this episode. We love and appreciate you. We'll see you in the next one. But just remember, until then, keep being super.
People gonna think I'm throwing up gang signs. I'm
You
just trying to say I love
like
y'all.
either that or Naruto, one of the two.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.